You want this? Here's your chicken. No, come on. Come. No. Come on, you have to say hi. Come on. Come on. Come here. Sit down. Sit. Hi. Welcome. Good morning. Let's see. Joop, joop, joop. Welcome. My name is Kelly. I just realized that I've had my mic on while I was braiding my hair. That's so funny. So, and while my children were waking up and the alarms were going off, welcome to my live stream yoga class. Hi, I'm Kelly, and this is Maxwell. Maxwell, come here. So we'll get moving right away. Let's tap into our breath first, which is paramount. Being aware of your breathing while you're moving. And whoops, oh, I'm sorry. Did I hurt your feelings? I'm sorry. I was tugging on you too much. Okay. So hopefully you'll leave the class feeling like you tended to every body part. Okay? Come to your mat and we'll start it in a seated position. Hands on your thighs, on your knees, and close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Fill the lungs, feel the rise of the shoulders. Then open your mouth and then exhale. Inhale through your nose, another deep breath. And then exhale that out. 2 more breaths just like that. Inhale through your nose. Hold at the top of the breath. And then let that go. Another breath, controlled. Filling the lungs, expanding. And then exhale. Open your eyes, reach your arms. We're going to twist to your left. So press your fingertips behind your hip, hand to the outside of your leg, look over your shoulder. Inhale and reach up. And now we're going to twist the other way. Hand on the outside of your leg. Hi, Maxwell. You seem worried today. Why are you worried? Inhale, reach. And now walk your hand out on the floor. Point your elbow down and reach the opposite arm up and over. So leaning over to the left. Feel the side body stretch. Sink your glute down to the floor. So feel from the hip point all the way up to the arm, to the elbow, to the fingers. Now reach up and over and bring this arm up and over the arm. Reach the fingers, draw back the shoulders, sink your hips down. You can press into this hand, elbow points down, and then inhale, reach up. Now bring your hands behind, kind of lean back. So you may have to reposition your fingers forward, or maybe that doesn't feel comfortable and you want to go the other way. But just be comfortable, that's the thing. All right, feet out in front of you. You can bring them off the mat and just tip the knees side to side. And then remember which leg you had crossed first. And let's cross the opposite, the awkward way, or the way you never default to, right? So when you cross your legs, try to get your feet underneath the thighs, or the thighs parallel to each other, okay? Then reach, and we're gonna twist to your right. Inhale, twist to your left. Fingertips behind the hip. And then look forward, inhale and reach. Now lean over to your right, up and over. Reaching the arm, feel the stretch. Press into the floor so you really lengthen the side body. Now reach over to the other side. Lateral flexion. Reach your arm up and over your ear. Turn your gaze up. Point your elbow down. Press into the floor. Sinking your hips down into the mat. Inhale and then reach. All right, so now place your hands on the floor. Lean back again. We're going to do the same thing. So feet on the floor. Tip the knees side to side. Warming up the inner thigh and the outer thigh. And the hips and the glutes. All right, so tip the knees over to your right. So your right leg is going to be externally rotated, left leg internally rotated. So we're in that 90-90 stretch, right? And if you need to, place your ankle on the floor or on the mat so that it's comfortable. And then just lean your chest over towards the thigh on the right. And then tip your knees up. And we're going to go the opposite side. So your left, press, so externally rotating the left, internal rotation right. Look forward, hands right here. Tapping into your shoulders just a bit, but mainly the hips and the legs. Now we're going to do that again. So a little less detail. You know what we're doing. Tipping your knees over. And then reach the chest towards the thigh. And then up and over the other way. One more time, but be mindful, pressing your leg down, pressing this leg down as you lean forward. All right, so now just try. You're going to press into it. You pull the heel into your groin a little bit more. You'll get a more balance. You can place your fingers the first time. Lift up onto the shin and stretch the hips right there, right? So the front of the hips. Do you need to leave? Okay, hold on. Let me go to the other side and then we'll do that. Or I'll let you out, Max. So sit down and then tip your knees over to the other side, right there. So get yourself situated. Use your fingers the first time. Lift up and stretch the flexors right there on your shins. Lower down. Up center, over to the other side. And now just try. Lift up. Stretch and lower down mindfully. Tip over, lift up, and then lower smoothly. One more time, use your hands on the mat if you need to, or just stay here and tip your chest forward. Several ways to do this are modifications. Up and over, last time, up, and then lower. Nice. Now extend your legs out straight in front of you. Reach your arms up. Flex your feet. Reach for your toes. Flatten your back. Inhale. Exhale. Lower. Inhale. Turn your head right and left. Up and down. Up and down. Let's get moving. Now, bring your knees in, or knees up, bring your feet in. Come over onto your hands and your knees. And cat-cow several times. Hi, Maxwell. Lower your belly towards the floor. Look forward. Put the top of your feet on the floor. Exhale, round your back. Cat pose. So do that. Continue moving in that direction. And Maxwell, you really want to leave, don't you? Okay. You hear lots of stuff going on in the house. Everybody's waking up. I know. That's what it's like these days, right? Okay, so cat-cow. Round up, spread your fingers, press your feet into the floor. Now let's stretch. Reach your arms, stretch the back. So reach your arms and the chest. Reach your hands forward, just about a handprint, and then lower down your forearms to the floor. And bring your forehead down. Puppy dog pose. Press your hands into the floor, elbows in, or elbows on the mat.
Now lift up. And tuck your toes, lift your knees, downward facing dog. Breathe. Pedal your heels right and left. Press your hands into the floor. Push the floor away as you pedal your heels right and left. Now walk your hands back to your feet. Let your head drop. Ragdoll. And then sway your hands or your arms, but have your hands touching the floor, just grazing the top of the surface. You can open your eyes right here, look behind you, see what's back there. I see a bunch of dumbbells behind me. What's going on behind you? Sway. Being present. Hands on the mat. Lengthen your head forward. And then exhale, fold. Bend your knees, and then you're going to walk out to a plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower to halfway. Chaturanga. Push back up. Lift up your hips, downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Lengthen your head forward. Then exhale and fold. Now we're going to stand. Inhale, rise. Stand tall, straight, reaching your arms up. Now grab your right wrist with your left fingers and just gently tug against the wrist and pull the body over. Soften your knees, then reach up and let's change sides. So reach for the wrist with your fingers and then tug just gently, bringing the body over to the side. Good. Inhale and reach up, soften your knees. Then exhale, sweep the arms down to your sides and fold with a flat back. All the way over, and at a certain point your back has to round, and then look through your legs. Lengthen forward, bending your knees, walk your hands out. Right there. Chaturanga. All the way to the mat. Cobra pose. So slide your hands in, press your feet into the floor, abs contracted. Exhale, lower. I have to really think about pulling my abs in. So think contract below the navel, below your belly button, right there. Now lift up, then exhale and lower. Try to lift your navel off the floor when you lift up into cobra. And then keep lifting, downward facing dog. Exhale. Walk your hands to your feet. Lengthen the head forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach, rise. All the way up. Now we're gonna lean. So we're gonna repeat the same thing over again in the warm-up part of this. And then we'll continue on with some warrior flow ladder. Inhale and reach up. Bring your arms to your sides. And now lift up your right knee. Let's balance. Pull it in and set that down. Change sides. Left knee up. Pull it in and then set that down. Reach. Inhale, look up at your hands. Soften the knees. Exhale, fold. Lengthen the head forward. Bend your knees. Walk it out. Press into the fingers, shift forward, lower down, chaturanga. Everyone cobra first, or don't go into up dog, just cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk your hands to your feet. Lengthen forward, then exhale and fold. Inhale, rise, reaching up. Once you're there, exhale and lean over to your left. Inhale and reach, spread your fingers, lean over to your right. Inhale and reach up. Exhale, lift your right knee up. Bring your right knee to the side. Place your right foot to the inner thigh. Tree pose. Knee to the side.
Roll your shoulders back. And then lift up, reach up your arms, growing tall, reaching up, stretch up overhead, and then reach to the sides. And then all the way down. Arms to your side, palms forward, lift up your knee, extend that leg forward, and then set that down. Lift up your left leg, pull it in, give it a tug, just real quick. Feel that lower back stretch right there. Nice. Now knee to the side, foot on the inner thigh, standing tall, strong right leg. Palms together, inhale, reach. And then exhale all the way out to the sides, reaching. And bring it down. Knee up, palms forward, extend the leg straight, lower down, inhale and reach, exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, walk it out, same thing, plank, go through a vinyasa. This time, if you want to, upward facing dog, press your feet into the floor, lift your chest up, shoulders back, exhale, downward facing dog. Walk your feet, hands to your feet. Again, one more time. Lengthen forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale and reach, standing tall. Side lean to the left. Inhale, side lean to the right. Inhale up. Bring your knee up, right leg up. Bring it to the side. Foot to the inner thigh, reaching up. Exhale your hands to your heart this time. And knee forward, extend the leg up. Shift back, warrior three. Lift up again. Bring your feet side by side. Left knee up, balance. Knee to side, foot to the inner thigh. Inhale. Heart, the hands to heart, reach out to the side and up and over, then bring the hands to your heart again. Knee to the front, extend the leg, then shift that leg back as the leg goes behind you. Tip your chest forward, just like a single leg deadlift. All right, there. Good. Now lift the chest at the same time the leg comes down. Inhale and reach up. Beautiful. Let's continue on. Exhale, fold. Lengthen the head forward. Bring it on to a plank. Vinyasa. Shift. Lower. Upward facing dog. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Lift your right leg up. Stretch it out away from you. Step your right foot forward. Lift your left leg forward. Lengthen your head forward. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. And rise. Now you're at the front of your mat. Bring your hands together to your heart, shoulders rolled back. All right, so coming into, bring your feet together, your big toes touch. All right, so standing in your feet, all four corners, both sides, front and back, toes. Inhale, reach your arms forward. Look down, look at your toes. Just check them out, set them down. You can have your knees come forward of your toes. It's okay. Main thing is weight is centered back mostly. Chest up. Arms can be forward if that feels better for your shoulders. Otherwise, reaching forward and up just a bit. Look forward. Gaze forward. Don't look down. Tendency is to look down. Don't do that. Right here. Inhaling. Now lift up your left heel. Right there, right? So now pull your left heel to your glute. Flamingo. 5 breaths. Keep your balance. Now set that down. Inhale, lift up, and bring that all arms to your side. Let's do the other side. So relax your shoulders. Inhale, chair. Get set up. So shoulders back, chest up, abs in, pulling those front ribs. Now lift up your right heel like that. Now pull the heel to your glute with your toes pointing. Flamingo pose, knees side by side. Inhale, exhale, breathe in, breathe out. Pull in your front ribs, inhale, exhale, set your foot down, and inhale and stand tall. Nice. All right, so let's add on. Second, roll your shoulders back. Inhale, reach. Arms forward, chair pose, abs in. Lift up your left heel, pull your heel to your glute, point your toes, right? And then you're just gonna shift, lower down, lower down, lower down, and tap your toes to the floor in that kind of staggered squat, and then lift your left knee, pull it in, flex your foot, and then set that down. Okay, so chair pose, second side, lift your heel, the right heel, then lift the heel towards the glute, point your toes, and then set your toes down back there behind you and lower down like a staggered squat, and then lift up, lift your knee, pull the knee in, squeeze, and then set it down. All right, moving on, chair, lift your left heel, point your toes, yep, and then set your foot down, and then lower down. If you can tap the floor, do that. If you can't, it's okay, just stay hovered, lift up, lift your knee, balance, and then extend that leg back straight, hands at your hips, warrior three, reaching your arms out, and set your foot down. Lunge position. Inhale and reach your arms up. Now just bring the hands to the forward thigh like that, so you're bracing. Your heel is off the floor in the back, but you're gonna press back into the heel and strengthening the foot and the ankle. Straighten the forward leg. You can bring your hands to your hips. Now bend your knee and lower, and then straighten. Bend your knee and lower, and then straighten. Do that again. Bend the knee, lower, and straighten. One more time. Hands to the floor. Step forward, fold over. Lengthen forward, and lift all the way up. Second side. So bring your arms to your side, chair pose. Lift up your right heel, pull your heel to your glute, flamingo. All right, so then bring that leg back, set your toes down, and then tap your knee down, or just hover. You're gonna lift the right knee up, pull it up, stretch it, the lower back, and then reach the hands to your hips, extend the leg back straight, warrior three. You can also bring your arms to your sides, like this. Now set your foot down, lunge position. Inhale and reach your arms up, pull your shoulders back, relax the shoulders. Now we're gonna straighten the legs, press your right heel towards the floor, then bend, hands to your hips, and straighten the forward leg. Bend, and then straighten. So you're stretching your hip flexors on this side, and then hamstring when you're straightening the leg. In this higher lunge or this crescent lunge position. Do it one more time. Now bend your knee, place your hands on the floor, step forward, fold. Lengthen forward. Then exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Good. Exhale your arms to your sides. Chair pose. Inhale. Lift up your left heel. Pull your heel to your glute, flamingo. And then bring that leg down. Maybe you can tap the knee down all the way. Then lift up. Bring the knee up. Warrior three. Extend the arms back. Straighten that leg. Now lower your toes to the floor, left toes. This time, bring your knee all the way down. Anjaneyasana. Inhale, reach up. You can look up at your hands maybe. Then exhale, half split. So you flex your foot in the front. And then place your foot flat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale your hands to the mat.
Right hand on the inside of your right foot for this lunge position, stretching your flexors. You can turn your toes out, the right toes out just a bit. Lift up your knee, maybe, stretching, and shift forward and back. Let's do that a few times. So getting a little deeper into that hip stretch, but be careful, be mindful. Contract the thigh as you hold this lunge position. Now walk your hand on the outside of your foot and step forward, fold. Lengthen the head forward, then exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, arms to your sides. Chair pose. Inhale, lift up your right heel. Point your right toes, bring your heel to your glute, flamingo. And then bring the toes down behind you. Set your knee down if you can. Lift back up and grab the knee. Arms to your sides. Warrior 3. Just try, extend the leg back. Work within your space, your range of motion. Looking forward, then set your foot down. Go ahead and lower your knee all the way down. You can use blocks right here. That can be super helpful with bringing your hands on the inside. But also, so here first, let's do low lunge, Anjaneyasana, reaching your arms, and then shift your hips back, flex. Hamstring stretch. Good, flex your foot. Put your foot flat. And now hands go on the inside. So this eventually will be lizard pose, right? So right here, we're easing into the stretch. Warming up your body, little by little. As you know, for the beginning of class, totally different ball game, right? For your body than the end of class. Now tuck your toes, hands on either side of your foot. Lift up your knee, step forward. And fold. Lengthen the head forward. Beautiful job. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. And come right into chair pose. Inhale. We'll have it together soon. Our entire ladder. Lift up the left heel. So we have a right side and a left side, always to do. Okay, so now pull the heel to your glute. Flamingo. You can just sweep your hands down if you need to for balance. Tap the toes to the floor, maybe the knee to the floor. Then lift back up, strengthening the hip, the ankle, the knee. Lift up your knee. Nice. Then bring it back, warrior 3. Look down and then set your foot on the floor. Nice. Knee down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Draw the shoulders back. You can even tap the hamstring back here and reach. Feel that stretch even deeper right here. Be careful. And then bring the hands down to the floor or in space, half split. Press into the forward heel. Broaden through the chest, lift your heart. Put your foot flat. Inhale, hands on the inside of your foot. Good. Heel toe your foot over, turn your toes out. And then maybe you can come down to your forearms this time. So your knee's gonna try to splay out. That's okay, it can drop out just a bit. But I want you to resist that somewhat and pull the leg in towards your shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. Walk your hands in and then press into the floor. We're gonna add on right here. Lift your knee, 3-limb dog, right leg up. Lift it up and stretch it out. That feels super good, right? Really good. Now, pay attention. Bring the knee underneath you, underneath your chest, and just extend that leg underneath to the side, right? And then go to the insole of your left foot. Broken star or falling star, reach up. All right, so here we go. Pay attention, hand on the floor, lower your hip down. So now you're in a wide angle fold. Reach forward, put your forearms down, wide angle seated fold. Good, now lift up, walk your hands in, all right? So slide your feet, and just like we did in the beginning of class, doing the 90-90 stretch, tip your knees over, so your left knee is going to be pressing down to the floor. It's externally rotated, right knee internally rotated, or right leg, all right? And then you're gonna put your hands on the floor, lift up, reach the right leg up again, three-limb dog, and then step your foot to your hands, left foot to your hands. Inhale, half lift, then exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Let's do the other side, okay? So lift, come into chair pose, set up your chair pose correctly, abs in, front ribs in, sink your weight down into your heels, look forward, lift up your right heel, and then point your toes, flamingo, knees side by side, and touch your toes down, tap your knee if you can, and then lift up, break it up, flex, and then warrior three, hands to your hips, to your sides, leg back, get your balance, look down, set your foot on the floor, and then your knee on the floor, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, sweep the hands down and flex your foot in the front. Good, press into your heel, you guys. Soften up, not too serious, right? Put your foot flat. All right, now bring your hands on the inside of your foot. Shift your hips forward, hands on the floor. Inhale, look forward. And maybe you can come down to your forearms, sneaking in that stretch on your hip, that extra bit of stretch. Breathe. Breathe out. One more breath. Then walk your hands beside your foot. Lift your right knee and sneak that left leg up, three-limb dog. Feel good part. Bend and straighten. Now shift forward. Knee underneath your chest. Extend the leg to the right. And you'll go on the insole of your right foot. And reach the right arm up. Fallen star. And then if you need to, put your hand down. Otherwise, lower down your glutes to the floor, and your legs are already in that wide fold. So now my back is to you. No worries. Walk your hands forward. Beautiful. Put your forearms down. Inhale and exhale. And then walk it in. Put your feet flat on the floor. Tip your knees over towards the front of your mat. So you're not going to call that. You're just facing the front of your mat. Then put your hands on the floor. Tuck your toes. Come into three-limb dog first. Straighten and bend. Left leg up. Left foot through. Right foot through. Head forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Reach all the way up. Beautiful job. Exhale your hands to your heart. Okay. Now you know what we're doing. We got it all together. We're going to go back through it. Let's try to go through two times, and then we'll finish on the mat with some more fun stuff. I have a challenge pose for you in a little bit, okay? That'll be a part of what we've already been working on. Inhale and reach up. Chair pose. Look forward. Everybody smile. Inhale. On your breath, lift your left heel. Pull your heel to your glute. Flamingo. Yes. All right, so tap the toes down, knee down, and then lift up. Bring it up. Warrior three. Extend the arms to the sides. Leg goes back. Then set your foot down on the floor. Knee on the floor. Anjaneyasana. Exhale. Half split if you can without touching the floor. Inhale.
Wiggle your foot over, hands to the mat. You can extend that leg back further, maybe come down to your forearms. And then here's another level for you. Bring your right hand behind your right foot. Get your shoulder underneath your knee. And then parallel your other hand like that. And then look forward. Look forward. Then maybe you can lift your left knee. So look at this position right here. So my knee is over my shoulder right there. Extend the back leg straight. That's all we're going to do. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. Set your knee down. Bring your hand on the outside of your foot. Wiggle your foot in. Left knee up. 3-limb dog. Right leg up. Right knee underneath. Hover. Extend the leg underneath through. Insole of your foot. Fallen star. Reach up. Put your hand on the floor if you need to. Otherwise, glutes to the mat. Wide angle seated fold. Walk it out. Look down. Put your forearms down if you can. Careful here. All right, slide your hands in. Put your feet on the floor. Tip your knees back to the front of your mat. Hands on the floor. Lift up your hips. 3-limb dog again. Step your right foot through. Left foot through. Lengthen forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Second side. Exhale your hands to your heart. So before we start, all this is kind of fun and creative, putting things together, changing up our practice just a bit. But everything is meant for a reason. It's not just to have fun, right? So, it is to have fun, but I want you to pay attention to your body, right? So moving from pose to pose, modify what you need to modify, and mindful of your range of motion, okay? All right, so here we go. Second side. Inhale, reach your arms. Chair pose, abs in, front ribs in. Lift up your right heel, flamingo. Toes go back, knees side by side. Then tap your knee and your toes to the floor. Lift up, reach up. And then extend the leg back. Warrior 3, get your balance. Wonky, right? Set your foot down. Then slowly lower. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, split, half split. Good. Foot on the floor, hands on the inside. All right, so here you're going to turn your toes out just a little bit. Come down to your forearms. Maybe you want to stay here or just try this. You can look up here for a moment. So come up onto your hands. What you're going to do is you're going to try to get your shoulder underneath your knee. Hand behind the heel, other hand parallel to that foot, and then look forward. So my knee is over my shoulder, right? Back flat, lift up your right leg. Breathe. Pull your knee in towards your shoulder. Okay? Breathe in, breathe out. And set your knee down. Great. 3-limb dog. Left leg goes up. Up. And then hover the knee underneath the chest. And then extend it underneath you like that, right? Edge of your foot. Reach the right arm up. Fallen star. Then lower your hips. Legs wide. Walk your hands forward. Bring it in. Slide your feet flat. Tip the knees towards the front of your mat again. Hands on the floor. Facing the mat. 3-limb dog, left leg up. Step your left foot to your hands. Right foot. Look forward. Lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. One more round, right into it. Sink down, abs in. Going to flamingo pose. Lift your left heel first. Point your toes, knees side by side. There's your flamingo. Inhale, take that staggered squat. Bring your knee up. This time, sweep your leg forward and then sweep through. Warrior 3. Let your arms come to your sides. Hold that pose for a moment. Then set your foot down. Slowly lower the knee to the mat. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, half split. Inhale. Heel toe your foot over, hands to the mat. Go underneath your knee if you want to do that. Hands on the floor, and then lift up the back knee. If you want to, lift up your right foot. Here's your arm balance. You can go into that. And then lift, bring it back. And bring their hands on either side of your foot. Right leg goes up. 3-limb dog. Very nice. And then step your foot through, right foot through, left foot through. Lengthen the head forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Second side. Sink down, chair pose, front ribs in. Lift your right heel, flamingo. Point your toes. Bring that down into a staggered squat. Lift your knee up. Arm side, reach the leg forward, flex. Bring it through. Leg goes back. Chest forward. Set your foot down. And then knee to the mat slowly, comfortably. Anjaneyasana, looking up. And let's reach for the back thigh. We didn't do that side the last time. Now, half split. Flex your foot in the front. Foot on the floor, hands on the inside. Walk your foot over just a bit. Hands on the floor. Go down to your forearms if you'd like, or shoulder underneath the knee. So slide the hands and look forward. Lift your knee. And maybe here, maybe just try to lift your foot. Maybe that's all you want to do, right? Straighten your leg or come into that arm balance. Press into the floor. Look forward. Breathe. And then foot on the floor, bring it in. Hands on the floor. Lift up the left leg. 3-limb dog. Good. Now knee in, hover. Extend the leg. Fallen star. Inhale, reach up. Heels or glutes down. And then fold in. Right between the legs. And walk it in. Slide your feet flat. Tip the knees over. Facing the mat. Lift up your left leg, 3-limb dog. Step your left foot through. Right foot through. Lengthen forward. Exhale, fold. Now, walk your feet out to the edges of your mat. Turn your toes out. Malasana, yogi squat. Your pose of youth. This will keep you youthful. Keep your knees pressing into your elbows, elbows pressing into your knees, broaden through the chest. So if you can bring your feet in closer, keep your heels on the floor. Excellent. Main thing, knees the direction of your toes. Got it? All right, lots there. Breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Put your hands on the floor. Fold over. Lengthen the head forward. Everyone, don't be surprised. Keep your hands planted. Step back into plank. Surprise, surprise. Plank pose. Press into your hands. Lengthen through your legs. Abs in. Shift forward. Lower down all the way. Locust pose, Salambhasana. So this is to strengthen your back body and just stretch the opposite direction, right? So press your feet into the floor. It's actually quite healthy for your spine if you do it correctly. Abs in first, do that. Arms to your side, palms facing up. Lift your toes, lift your thighs, lift your chest. Look down, don't look forward, so that you don't hurt your neck. Thighs up. Point your toes, shoulders back, chest up. Inhale, and then exhale, lower. Bring the palms on top of each other or forearms and put your forehead down. Here's another back bend that's really good for energizing those posterior muscles and strengthening them. Sphinx pose. Press your hands into the floor, elbows on the mat, forearms on the mat, then pull your elbows or press your forearms into the floor and draw them back towards your hips. Lift your belly button off of the mat. Lift your chest and shoulders. keep holding this, abs in. Press your feet into the floor. Then lower down. So back bend. We're gonna first do it one side, okay? So lift up your right foot, bend your right knee, reach the right hand around to grab your foot. So you'll grab on the inside to start with, just to externally rotate the shoulder. Then maybe you can bring your fingers on the top like that. And then just stay here for a moment. Breathe and press your foot into your hand to lift the thigh. Make sure you're pressing the foot into the hand to do that. Now let it go, and let's change sides. So right forearm on the floor. Bend your left knee, point your toes. First reach around, grab that inside of your foot, externally rotate the shoulder right there. And then bring your fingers on the top of your toes if you can. If you can't do that, just grab the top of your foot, right? Whatever you can get. I understand. All right. So then press into your foot to pull your chest up higher and lift the thigh. Feel the flexors stretch on that left side. Good. And then lower. Nice. Now let that go. 3 breaths. And then we'll do that again, both right and left, or you can do it at the same time. Bow pose. Okay, so now wiggle, get comfortable on your belly. Bring your hands to your sides. If you're going into the half-sided bow pose, then do that. Right first and then left. Otherwise, lift up your shoulders. Look forward. Bend your knees at the same time. Reach back. So you're going to hold the outside edges of your feet. Open up your shoulders. Look forward. Then push your feet into your hands to lift up. Little breathing causes rocking. Our breathing causes a little rocking. Press your feet into your hands. And then lower down softly. Cross your forearms. Cooling down. Slide your hands to your shoulders. Lift up child's pose. So bring those knees towards the corners of the edges of the mat. Sink your glutes down. Press your feet into the floor. Reach your arms forward and put your forehead down. If you can't, if that feels uncomfortable, stack your hands and place your forehead on your hands. Feel the length of your lower back right there. Feel it stretching out and releasing. Walk your hands in, and then sit on your mat. I'm going to just stay to the side, turning to the side so you can see what I'm doing. So bring your feet on the floor, knees up. Let's do cat-cow a few times. So cat, and then cow, cat, and then cow. And sitting up tall. Cross your legs. So I've got my left leg forward or lower than my right leg. Then I'm going to pick up my right leg and I'm just going to kind of cradle and rock it right side to side like that. You can wiggle your leg out straight. So keep that left leg straight and move the right shin and knee and ankle side to side. And what you want to do is you want to try to move it back further, get the knee beside the shoulder. And then if you can, put your foot on the bend of the arm, knee at the bend of the arm. And do a little bit of rocking your baby. So think about this pose related to being in lizard pose and having your shoulder underneath your knee. Same thing, same exact position, or kind of. So here, I'll turn center so you can see right here. So I've got my right leg, you've got your right leg. So right here, right, like that. And then grab your foot, and you're just gonna grab your calf, put it over your shoulder, and then you're gonna pull that leg down, right? And then place your hand on the floor, and then your other hand, and then just try to lift, right? And then lower. Good. And extend the leg out. Let's do the other side. Stay right here. Leg is extended out. You can start right here if that feels more comfortable. Some people like to have this leg bent whenever they rock the leg side to side like that, right? Flex your foot. So don't sickle the foot like that. You want to flex. Extend if you want to. I like to have my leg extended. So shin up. And then if you can, elbow on the outside of or underneath the foot, elbow on the outside of the knee, and rock, rock-a-bye, baby. All right. And then kind of let that go. Grab the foot. Just try. You can bring it over the tricep, see where it goes. Maybe you can get it up and over closer to your shoulder, and then squeeze that leg in. I'm going to plant my hand right where it lands. Other foot, hand on the floor, and lift up. Good. Set it down. Legs out. All right, so let's go back to the other side. 8-angle pose. I think I posted that. It's one of my favorite balancing poses. So lift, no fear. Just practice, just try. Lift up your leg. Bring the leg up and over. Squeeze the leg in. Hand to the floor, and then lift up. And then you hook your feet, and then bring them out to the side, and bring your arms in chaturanga, reaching your legs. And then lift up and set it down. So that just builds arm strength, of course, hip strength, back strength. Don't strain in that pose in any way. Eventually you'll get to it. Like practice, going from one step to the next and kind of pushing it a little bit, but then backing off, right? So you don't want to get an injury. So let's do the other side. Let's see how that's different than this side, okay? So grab your foot, just use that, pull it in, squeeze the leg in, put your hand on the floor, other hand on the floor, lift up your tush, cross your ankles, extend the legs, press into the hands, look across or look at the feet, and then sit down. And you did it. Again, finished another yoga class. Inhale, reaching your arms up, and then bring them down. We're gonna lie down on the mat. Let's stretch the legs across the body. Lower down, knees in, extend the left leg out, flex your foot. So bring your right knee in, flex your right foot, press your left hip down. Bring the right knee across the body to the left. And reach the right arm over to the right. Inhale and lift up. Let's just change sides. Just doing a light stretch, twisting. We've already done this earlier in the class, so your body's nice and supple and pliable and feeling flexible. And just settling down. And then center up. Extend your legs out straight. So one heel to one corner, other heel to the other corner, Shavasana for 2 minutes. Exactly. Palms on the top of the hands on the floor. Turn your palms up. Just take this 2 minutes. You guys, I know you're fidgeting and you want to get on with the day or with whatever you're doing. Try to be present. So let me help you. Feel the back of your body on the mat. Gravity pulling you in. Gravity helping keep you centered and balanced. So your next 3 breaths of air, control. Feeling the airflow going into your body, filling the lungs completely. And then pause for just a moment before you exhale. Slowly inhale and fully exhale. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Place your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your heart. Keeping your eyes closed, your elbows on the mat. Begin to move your fingers. Place your feet on the floor. Tip your knees side to side. Then tip the knees over to one side and start turning. Push yourself up to a seated position. Crossing your legs, sitting up tall. Inhale, reach your arms up. Bring your hands together to your chest, to your heart. Close your eyes. Bowing your chin, thumbs to the third eye, mind's eye, and gratitude, and then thanks. Edge of the hands to the heart. The light in me honors the light in you. Be well. Thank you. Namaste. Have a wonderful one. I'll see you again next time. Share any remarks or comments, and I'll look forward to hearing from you. Bye.